Yes, you can clearly see the vibe there, crossfader scratching in another level. Yes, most of you have tried it and you get to see that in this channel we're actually bigger than what a lot of people think. Yes. So what exactly are we going to be doing in this particular video? We are going to be seeing how we perform just from what you see in the introduction of this video. This is a concept that is mostly done on the controller, but guess what? I have everything that will do all this magic for you. Just from this keyboard that you are clearly seeing, the mapping takes care of everything. Change your complete keyboard into a controller. Yes, a lot of DJs cannot even do this even on a controller, despite spending thousands of dollars getting those gadgets. But here am I doing this with just keyboard, and the concept is very simple. All you need is this particular mapping, which I'm going to be leaving at the description box of this video. You can actually see it here. There are other mapping that work with this, so it's a complete setup. So you first need to get it, then select this one when you are starting up. Then the next thing we'll do is we have our letter here, this comma letter, and then this apostrophe letter. These two keys takes care of doing the magic for us. How do they do it? This is it. We have this letter A. The letter A in this particular case takes care of holding this deck and moving it forward and backward depending on how you tap on it. This is so powerful in a way that you never imagine a mapping like this will ever come into existence. That is the reality behind this. So it takes another complete different dimension to get this. That is why I don't go so much into it, because most people are going to be lost on how I get to this very stage. So the next thing you do is you have this. I'm going to pause this track that is playing for now. So don't worry, we are dealing with the 4 deck. The most important thing is the deck that you want to be playing with, make sure it is selected. So we have this, our deck, which is having the same track as this. But the good thing there is we are going to be juggling the two of them while they are playing, and then you get to see how we are scratching and dropping, playing around with the crossfader. How do we do it? This is it. So let me go back to this particular deck, this deck 2, which is already here. We have the same track loaded. So we set a particular cue point, which is this cue point 4, this very point. Let me go to alternate 4 so that you get to see. You can see this is the cue point. Look at the beginning of the phrase. Boku for Lagos. Boku for Lagos. That is the beginning. But how do we do it? Look at this particular key on the keyboard. Look at what it will do when I'm tapping on it. Watch the movement of the crossfader. So the first moment you tap on it, it knows what it does. It activates this particular deck. When it activates it, it rolls it. It continues to roll it just the way you have on your controller. As you are holding the deck and returning it forward and backward, holding it, returning it forward and backward with one hand, which is what this letter A will be doing for us. It's actually not good when it is on pause mode, but when it is playing, you get to appreciate it. Then this one on the other side takes care of chopping. Look at it. So while you are tapping on it, depending on how fast and how close you are tapping on it, you'll be chopping the sound if you are on this deck. Then if you are on this other deck, the key you are going to be using is this other one, this very one. But here is the good thing about it. By the time you are using this to be chopping the deck that is selected, which is on this right hand side, the next thing you do is, if you want to switch from this deck, that means you want the crossfader to move, instead of going to this end to be chopping it forward and backward. If you want it to go to this other side completely, all you have to do is just tap on this other one. You can see it moves the crossfader to this other side. Then if you want to return again, you see it takes it to this other side. So that is the beauty of the whole concept. So what we do is, we first have this our letter A. Look at it. By the time we are doing the first time, if you tap on the both fast, it gives you only the start scratch. If you tap on it and you leave it slowly, it's going to create a much more forward and backward scratch for you. But by the time you are tapping on it so fast at interval, holding this one and leaving it, holding this while this one is constantly being tapped, you get to see what to do. Look at it. So you can actually see how it is being done on the controller, which is the same concept that is being implemented on the controller. Then the next thing you do is, by the time you do it that way, like this, so you can actually see, by the time I do it, when I hold on this on the last time, then I press on this, it automatically moves the crossfader to this other side, then the deck continues playing. can actually see the beauty of the whole stuff. Now, to spice this up, irrespective of the sound you are using, you can actually use this key, this particular key, this infinity key, to move between the cue point. Look at it. If I tap on it, any cue point that you select will automatically pick. Then you also have the letter U. I'm going to be breaking this down as time goes on. There is one interesting thing about this letter U. You must have watched DJs perform at an event and they pick a particular point to be scratching it out and be dropping it. Just with this same concept. The letter U takes care of doing that. The first time you tap on the letter U, it automatically picks that particular point. Then it continues to place it as we go. I'm going to be doing that possibly in the next video. But let's get to understand this core concept very well. Now, the next thing we'll do is, you need to have a beat that is currently playing on one side, which is this one that is going to be playing while we do our interesting scratches and dropping. You can actually use this cue later. Look at it. So to start it, or you can go back to it, select it as a default deck, and then start it again. Look at it and look at the way I'm going to start it. So now that you've seen how we've started it, I will now toggle back to this other deck. Then I'm going to be doing the scratching and dropping on it. One thing you need to know there is, when it comes to this particular style of scribble scratches, especially when it comes to the crossfader, you need to be mindful of the phrase, because we pick a particular part of the phrase that we are constantly playing around with. Odogu bok 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 bok. So while you are doing the bok bok, this one is going to be constantly typing bok 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 bok. Then this one is going to be doing the boku 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 boku. Just give it a try, pick any phrase, you get to appreciate the entire concept. These things are better practice than just sitting down to watch a YouTube video. You need to really take your time to practice it too. Then you get to appreciate what I'm doing in this particular channel. So let's go over to it now. I'm going to select this other deck as the default deck. All you need is this tab key. By the time you keep tapping, you get to see, now it's telling me that it is default here. Then next thing you do is put the volume full. Look at it.
Send the money come. For Lagos, he send the money come.
So you can actually see how beautiful the whole stuff play. So it's a way of spicing your mix while you are mixing at an event or at any radio presentation. The list is endless. So whether you're a club DJ, a radio DJ, or a street DJ, or a brand DJ, or in short, whatsoever DJ, an online DJ, stereo, the list is endless. Just pick anyone. So I wouldn't want to go so much into other aspects. So I believe you now have a clear understanding of this brief intro I'm giving in this particular video. So if you're interested in the mapping, get it. I have a complete setup that you have that you get to enjoy. So much coming. We're actually moving beyond the level that you think of. So let's move further again.
It's your boy right here on the wheels of steel.
Deejaying.
Check this out.
On lockdown. Well, here's a DJ that's got the jams on lock.
For Lagos, he send the money.